Hi, Corey here with Inside 8. It's been a couple weeks, and I am glad to be back talking about this month's theme of gratitude in November. And we are so excited at Inside 8. We have so many things to be thankful for. All of our insiders who have joined our community this year, and there's too many things to list. But we're so excited to be with you one more week and talking a little bit about being grateful. I mean, I think everybody sort of talks about that around this time. I guess maybe not everybody, but especially here in the U.S., we talk about that a lot around Thanksgiving and being grateful. The holidays are coming up. And so this month I've been trying to sort of take this theme to heart and figure out how can I be grateful in a different way, because I think that I try to be thankful, on the day-to-day. I try to appreciate all the things I have in my life, but sometimes it's hard. We sort of take things for granted because we don't know anything different, or we're used to it, or we just forget how things are going, or we get sometimes just wrapped up in the stressful or the bad or the problem of the week. And so this month I've been trying to focus on being grateful in a new way. And in doing that, I don't know if I discovered anything new, but I thought I'd share what I have been doing with you, because in trying to find a different way to be grateful and express it or feel it in a different way, I think I've found something that has been helpful for me in the last couple weeks, especially in this stressful time that it has been for me. So I'll just sort of describe what I've been doing, and then we could talk about it, I guess. But it's essentially a practice of mindfulness, which I've talked about a lot, of mindfulness being sort of a superpower. But, throughout the day, throughout the week, driving, or when I'm feeling stressed out, or when I'm just feeling calm, anytime really, just spending a minute or two being very, very mindful of what I'm doing in that moment, even if it's just breathing. So that process of breathing, obviously we breathe. If you're breathing, there's more right with you than wrong with you. I don't remember where I heard that. I think John Kabat-Zinn, who's a mindfulness teacher. And we breathe all day long. We don't really think about our breath very much. But if you really sit down and you breathe and you just think about the process of the air going in and out, and all of the bodily functions that are going on just as you breathe, as you take the air into your lungs, feel the air, the pressure in your chest, and breathe out. And so there's the bigger muscles, the lungs, and the big things that you feel when you're breathing. But there's also, on a molecular level, so many things happening as you breathe, as that oxygen is brought into the bloodstream. And so you can even try to focus on how that oxygen is feeding your body and the energy that comes from it. And just sitting down and being very mindful of these processes that we don't always pay attention to, usually pay attention to, need to pay attention to. And just sort of step into how amazing the human body is, that you can do this mindlessly, and air is just, feeding your body and all the processes that are going along. Another thing that you can practice as you walk place to place, this has been a tough one for me. I had a couple knee surgeries in college playing volleyball, and so I had the ACL reconstructions, and my knees have been bothering me lately. And so I get frustrated with that. But I've been practicing mindful walking, and when I walk place to place, I just focus on all the muscles that are involved in me walking, not just my knees, but my legs, my hips, my abdomen, my core, my even shoulders, arms, all those things that go into walking, all the muscles that come together. So even when I feel like I'm maybe not walking the best way, or the most efficient way. I'm still paying attention to it, and that sometimes helps my gait, and my knees are less sore because I'm putting less pressure, because I'm paying attention to the way my body's compensating and trying to correct that instead of letting it to keep go down that path. Anytime you move, some people can't walk, some people can't physically do mindful walking, but anytime you move in any way, even things like blinking or shaking your head or moving your eyebrows or making a facial expression, all of those things you can do mindfully in a way that you don't typically do, because often those things are automatic. So I think typically what I leave each week is a challenge to do something differently. And I think this week it's almost the opposite. I want you to be the same, do the same, don't necessarily change anything, but be more aware of the things that are happening in your body, and be grateful for the processes and the miraculous things that the human body can do. I heard on one of my favorite podcasts, Death, Sex, and Money, they talked about having a shouldless day. So you live the day, you don't tell yourself you should be doing anything. And I think maybe you don't have time for a shouldless day right now, but pay attention to the shoulds, that you should be doing things a certain way, and have a shouldless moment if you can, and just be grateful for what is, be thankful for what is, and don't feel like you need to change it. Even if you're struggling right now, be thankful for the struggle, because that means that you're alive. All right, that's what I've got for you. Hopefully it's motivational. Hopefully it helps this week. But I challenge you to not change anything, to introspect, explore, examine yourself, make it a week of appreciation for who you are and what you are and everything that you could do. All right, we'll see you. Next week is Thanksgiving, so hopefully I'll see you. I will be in North Dakota, so we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll go out with the cows and be grateful for the great outdoors. I will talk to you guys later. Oh! Check out our blog. There's a great blog by Mar about Gratitude 2.0. Take the 20-minute gratitude challenge, and I'll leave you with that. Bye.